Panthers preview after that one is absolutely beautiful to get into. And I could go quite a few ways with this Panther preview. But on a serious note, for one of the things that I want to get there's a new rule on defensive holding this year. And me and Hanford used to go back to 1985 at this Lakeland Community College in practice on the field. We would yell really like cats and dogs. I mean, we fought this. I mean, I love you, but when we were in the rectangle, we competed hard. And the press coverage, him and Minnie were the best at it. And when you could beat people in practice, okay, you could do it in a game. I used to joke with them all the time and to the referees, you're holding our guys. This year, we said it before we started, the league wants the offense to score more points. The rules are set up for the offense, way more so than when you were holding, against us.
Yeah.
But they're gonna call more holding penalties. They're gonna call more illegal contact, touch type fouls. That's gonna be a little bit of an issue with our press coverage and how well we handle that this week. And I really like, we were talking about Carolina and kind of being under the radar. They got guys like Brian Burns, 9.5 sacks. He's had the most sacks of anybody in his draft class the last 3 years. Our line is the strength of our team. Conklin coming back healthy. I'm assuming he's healthy in that. Jedrick Wills at left tackle. How we handle our line, because that's the strength of our team with our running backs. And if that's able to get up into a lead, I really believe our team this year is really set up to, if we have the lead. I know this is kind of a no shit statement, okay? If you have the lead, okay, we're going to be able to run the ball, do play action, do the bootlegs. I do think we're going to struggle in a drop back game and coming from behind. And when you have the lead, our defense is set up to rush the passer. I'm concerned about our rush defense and stopping the run if Carolina has the lead. So how we stop the run and who has the lead, I think, is really indicative of how the game's going to be played.
Well, yeah, and you hit it right on the head, because I've always said the game of football is controlled on the offensive and defensive line of scrimmage. I think that's where it's really, really played. And obviously, when you look at our offensive line, I mean, guys, Joe Petonio, guys, Michael Dunn, who's going to have to come in, and obviously we lost our center. He's going to be a guy that's going to have to come in and play that area. Chris Hubbard, Wyatt Teller, guys like that on the offensive line. But then you hit on our running backs. I mean, let's face it. I can't believe, and you and I were joking. You and I were joking a little bit, but we kept 5 running backs. We kept 5 running backs, and that should tell you something, BK, about that running back room. You're talking about strong. You got Chubb and guys, a kid named Ford, who came in and I thought had a tremendous
fantastic
camp, who played extremely, extremely well. You got Johnson, just to name a few. But that's where we're gonna have to take some of this pressure off these quarterbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. Last year, you saw us real heavy in the tight end amount of tight ends on our personnel.
Only
groupings.
kept 2. Well,
two, possibly 3. We picked up another guy, but
Yeah.
at the 53-man cut, the initial ones last Tuesday around this time, we only had 2 active tight ends on it. Last year, I think we had 4, possibly 5, almost like the running back room. Absolutely, I see. You're not keeping 5 running backs, and you're only going to put 1 on the field at a time. So absolutely, there's going to be some 2-back formations, I believe, that we'll be seeing with Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb on the field, in the huddle at the same time. You kind of saw that a little bit through preseason. There's some cool little plays with I was going to say Deshaun, but Jacoby in the shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield. You're almost able to. You saw the Browns working on the belly play to Chubb as Kareem flares out and goes wide. I actually used to end up in those type formations with Kevin Mack and Ernest Biner. Both those guys are somewhat interchangeable. Ernest Biner was better in the passing game split out, almost like Kareem Hunt is. And Kareem Hunt, because I think of some of our deficiency in weapons on the outside. And I love that Amari Cooper in his regular season is coming back and his precision in the route running. But other than running the ball into score inside the 5-10 yard line, how are we going to score? And those running backs / I believe a Kareem Hunt needs to be utilized creatively within that, because they're our playmakers.